meditation. It is Monday, March 30th of 2020, and you're joining me live for a meditation to help you to relax this evening and have a better sleep. All of us are having a hard time sleeping right now, many of us, and some of us are sleeping a lot more throughout the day. Please take care of yourselves. Please make sure that you get outside and into the fresh air in your yard at least, or on your balcony at least once a day. It's very good for you. Tonight's meditation is from Sharon Moon's book that I shared with you last night. This book is called The Healing Oasis, Guided Meditations for Mind, Body, and Spirit. Sharon Moon is a minister in the United Church of Canada. She is retired from active pastoral ministry as far as I know, but very involved in the healing pathway community, which is a healing form similar to Reiki or healing touch that is taught and practiced in the United Church of Canada. Some of you might not know this about me, but I have my level 1 in healing pathway as well as my level 1 in Reiki. So it was really exciting for me to realize I had this book on my shelf and to share one of the meditations with you last night. I couldn't find Sharon on Facebook before I did that to ask her permission to use it. But the great thing about Facebook is after I said, does anybody know Sharon Moon? Is she on Facebook? And my good friend Paul Dillman said, want me to give her a call? And I said, sure. And so I got Sharon's email last night and was able to email her and send her the video from last night. And she loved what we're doing. And she said, please use any of my meditations that you want. Give me credit, of course, which I am. And she reminded me that she has another book and encouraged me to use those meditations too. And I had the CD for that book, but I didn't have the book itself, so I swiftly downloaded that into my collection. So thank you so much, Reverend Moon, for allowing us to use your guided meditations this evening and all the evenings ahead. I was saying to Donna Anderson today when we had a great chat that when I sent that note back to Sharon last night, I was actually weeping. Sharing this time with you matters so much to me, and it was such a relief that I didn't even know I needed when she said, use mine. Use what I've already written. It is saving me so much time from having to write my own or modify others that I have. And so what a blessing and what a gift. And so if you like what we're doing with these books, please feel free to download her books themselves. There's whole sections of reflections before the meditations themselves that she talks about beautiful, beautiful things. There might be books you really like. And so I'll definitely share a link every time we use her books so that you can go and see them yourself. So tonight's meditation is titled Created in God's Image. And when I read the reflection that goes with this meditation, I had a chuckle with myself because she says that so many of us struggle with our bodies. We struggle with loving our bodies and understanding that our bodies are the way that they are because God made them this way. And that we are indeed made in the image of God. And so as someone who just recently signed up for Weight Watchers again, and recognizing that I'm not so happy with the way my body looks right now, I've also done a lot of work of understanding that bodies of all shapes and sizes are beautiful. But so often, especially right now, I don't know if you're noticing it, but there's a lot of these memes that are very fat shaming. And, you know, when we come out of quarantine, we're all going to greet each other with our bellies and, you know, things like that aren't kind to ourselves and aren't kind to others. And so at this time, I wanted to share this beautiful meditation with all of us to help us understand that God is with us and we are indeed made in the image of God. So I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to get comfortable. You can lay down or you can sit up. Whatever makes you feel most comfortable this evening. Make sure that you're warm enough. Wrap a shawl around your shoulders or tuck yourself into the blanket. Don't worry about falling asleep. If you fall asleep, you know what? You were tired, and that's okay. So now that you're comfortable and that you're settled in, let's prepare with a verse from Scripture, reading from Psalm 139. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from far away. You search out my path and my lying down and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, O Lord, you know it completely. You hem me in, behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is so high that I cannot attain it. Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light around me become night, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is as bright as the day, for darkness is as light to you. For it was you who formed my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works that I know very well. My frame was not hidden from you. When I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth, your eyes beheld my unformed substance. In your book were written all the days that were formed for me, and when none of them as yet existed. How weighty to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. I try to count them. They are more than the sand. I come to the end. I am still with you. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my thoughts. So friends, as you continue to rest in your seat or in lying down, let's come into a time of meditation. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Let yourself pay attention to what it feels like to be in this body self that you are in today, right now. Many of us go through whole days, sometimes whole lives, without really paying attention to this body self. In Hebrew, the language that Jesus knew, there was no such thing as disembodied spirit. They spoke of nephesh, the body soul, the spirit body. Jesus talked about our bodies as temples of the Spirit. What is it like for you to think of yourself that way? As you begin to pay attention to your body, do you notice places where tension is stored up, where your muscles are in tight knots? As you scan your body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, notice if there are tender places, sore spots, and send compassion to those places in your body, thanking them for the hard work they are doing, perhaps offering to pay more attention to what they're telling you in the future. Become aware of your breathing, this life-sustaining process that goes on all of the time, even when we are unaware. Notice if you are breathing with only a small part of your lungs, or whether you are taking the deep breath into your whole being, down to the bottom of your lungs, up to the top of your shoulders. Notice if your tummy moves in and out as you inhale and exhale, the way a baby's does when it's breathing naturally. Notice where you are tightened up, not fully open to the breath of life. Let your body relax. Let the tension flow out of your body through your feet. Begin to allow your breath to move deeper into your being. Take the breath down into your belly, creating inner space. Breathe in deeply the healing presence of the Spirit, the goodness and grace of God. Take it right into the core of your being. As you breathe out, let the breath carry with it the poisons, physical, emotional, spiritual, that have built up in your system. Breathe in possibility, hope that the Spirit gives. Let go of the stress and the tensions that are stored in your body self, your emotional self, your spiritual self. Breathe in life energy, the creating breath of God that was there from the beginning. Breathe out whatever would block you from being fully present to this time. Again, notice your body. If there continue to be tense places, imagine this healing breath moving directly to those spots, unknotting the tension, letting go, letting be, letting open, letting unlock. Know that you are in a safe place, that this is a place where it is safe to be. Notice the inner space that is being prepared and opened up inside of you. Space for the sacred presence to find room. Space for the Holy One to be with you. Your own sacred space. Your own holy ground. Your own sacred center. In Genesis, the Spirit breathes over the water and there is life. God speaks and there is life. The Word of God, the breath of Spirit, the wisdom of God creating, making life out of chaos, order out of disorder. Get some sense or feeling of this creative living force. In your imagination, allow this living Spirit to create you. Experience the Spirit creating your feet, knitting together all of the bones that make up your feet, creating the strong bones that will be needed to support your weight. Imagine the Spirit adding all of the small bones and tendons that allow for flexibility. Get a sense of all the muscles that connect these bones. Sense the creation of the toes with their intricate flexibility. Feel the blood vessels that bring food to the cells of your feet and to the nerve endings that feel the earth, that help you sense your balance. God looks at the incredible miracle of your feet and says, "It is good. It is good." Next, imagine the Spirit creating your legs, placing just so the strong bones that will have to carry your weight, creating flexibility for movement with the complex structure that is your knee. Becoming aware of the bone, the cartilage, the tendons and sinews that hold it all together. Get a sense of the complex muscle structure in your legs, connecting to the rest of your body for strength, for movement, the structure that allows you to walk, to run, to bend, to lift, to play, to work. Become aware of the artery and vein system that carries blood, bringing life-giving oxygen to your body. The circulatory system that carries away waste that have built up in your tissues. Become aware of the nerves that go through your legs to pass messages from your brain. Notice the skin covering all that the Spirit has created. This miracle of your legs. And God looks with delight, great delight, on this part of God's creation and says, "It is good. It is very good." Then experience the Spirit creating your hips for strength and movement, a cradle for your internal organs. Imagine the Spirit creating your genitals and your reproductive system with its amazing capacity to give and to receive pleasure, with its capacity to create and nurture life. Imagine the Spirit creating the intricacy of your digestive system. Imagine the Spirit creating the complexity of all the glands. Imagine the capacity of your digestive system to process food and to draw the goodness out of it for what your body needs. Get in touch with its capacity to eliminate waste. And again, feel God's delight and joy and the wonder at the mystery of this part of your body. And notice how you feel as you experience God saying, "It is good. It is good." Then, in your imagination, experience God creating your spine with all the many bones connected to one another yet separate. Become aware of the wonder of this spine with its strength and its flexibility, as it protects the spinal cord, the carrier of messages throughout the body. Experience the Spirit creating the tree of nerves that come out from it, and the rib cage that protects your vital organs. Then the Spirit creates the heart, planting it in the power to pump blood even when you're not aware of it. Get a sense of the miracle of your heart and of the circulatory system with which it connects, bringing life, cleansing toxins, bringing nurture to the tiniest corpuscle of your body. And then God creates the lungs to transform the air you breathe into nurture essential for your body's life. Your lung that brings the oxygen you need for life, and that also cleanses poisons that build up. And as God sees what God has created in delight and joy, God says, "It is good. It is very good." Next, your shoulders and arms with bones that are strong and powerful, and with joints that are flexible. Notice the great miracle that is the creation of your arms and hands, the complexity of creation that is in just one hand, the fingers that move, the power to grasp, to feel, to touch, to lift, to hold, to create, to work, to play. God creates your neck and throat and your skull to protect the brain inside. Imagine the wonder of the brain that is yours. Imagine its ability to transform messages from the eyes into sight, messages from the ears into hearing, messages of the soul into feelings, messages of the mind into thinking. Imagine its ability to keep going all the unconscious systems of breathing, keeping these all going, blood circulation, digestion. Imagine its ability to remember, to organize, to think, to process, to integrate. Next, God creates your face and your ears and your nose and your mouth, and God looks with delight on this you that is a holy creation. Let the words of God sink deeply into your being. It is good. It is very, very good. But still, there is something missing as God looks at this creation, and so God breathes God's very spirit into you, breathes life into you, and you come alive to the spirit and to feeling, to meaning, and to love. You come alive to an awareness of your connection with all of life, for you share the same breath. God breathes into your life energy and the power to grow, both physically and spiritually, and the power to heal and to restore balance. And God dances. God dances in delight at this wondrous creation. It is good. It is very, very good. Allow yourself some time to experience yourself as the delight of God, as the mysterious and the miraculous creation of God. Let the words, "It is good, it is very good," resonate through your whole being. Is there anything you want to share with this one that has created you in this way? Is there any wisdom your body would like to give you right now? Listen. Gradually become aware of your body's self as you're sitting or lying. Begin to notice your breath again. Maybe take a deep breath in and a nice full breath out. Begin to make some gentle movements with your fingers and your toes and your neck. And when you feel ready, open your eyes. So for those that like to journal, I'll leave you with a couple of questions that Sharon shares after the meditation in her book. What was God like for you in this meditation? What was God doing in and through this experience for you? Was there any wisdom learning? Did you have any resistance to seeing your body self as good? How do you feel about experiencing yourself as a temple of holiness? We are a temple for the Spirit and breath of God within us. That's a powerful truth in these days where we're hard on our bodies, where we worry a lot about what we look like. Remember that inside of you is God. God's very breath lives in you. And that's what we should be concerned about. How do we nurture this temple that we're in? How do we keep creating this beautiful space where God resides so that we can keep doing the work of God in the world? We are called to be the feet and the hands and the mouth of Jesus in the world. And we do that with this body. So as Sharon suggests in her book, as we continue on our evening and into the days ahead, I have a challenge for you. And it's a tricky one. I'm going to try it myself, and you know what? At first, I'm not going to like it either. But she says each time that you pass by a mirror, pause. Or maybe each time you look into the screen and see yourself, pause. Look deeply into your own eyes. See themselves as a loving Creator sees them. And to say out loud, it is good. It is very, very good. So as I look into your eyes and you look into mine, I don't see you, but I can imagine each and every one of you. Your names are popped up on the side of my screen. And so this evening, I see you, and it is good. It is very, very good. Thanks for being with me for another evening meditation. I look forward to seeing you in the morning, 10 a.m. for our morning reflection. Have a wonderful sleep. We say in yoga, namaste, that light that's inside of me honors the light inside of you. Together, we shine as one. Good night. I love you. Bye.